Slow seconds.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Virtual Trek Cons, the main viewer. It is Star Trek Tuesday. It is your favorite time of the week. If you like sci-fi and Star Trek news, it definitely is. We have so much to talk about, way too much. We're going to be talking at triple speed to cover everything. We've got a North Carolina weather report to tell you more on that in a second. We've got 3 Kirks at STLV. We've got a passing of the torch from Spock to Spock at STLV as well. We have the big news of the week, which is the hope. We can't even really call it the potential yet, but the hope, the rumor, the whisper that has turned into a roar for 20 episode seasons. Now there's somebody saying right now in the live chat, probably, Prodigy already has 20 episode seasons. You are right. But maybe Strange New Worlds has that possibility as well. Who knows? Also, there's a little bit of a whale talk, everybody. I don't know if you guys know how whales are connected to Star Trek, but I bet you do. We've got Gorn talk. We've got holiday gift ideas already. There is so much to discuss. Legacy could be a feature film. We even might have some Babylon 5 news. Who knows? It's wild. Look, everybody. It's an incredible artist named Jenny R. Johnson joining us. Hello.
Hello.
She's also wearing the shirt of another incredible artist, actually.
It was soft and lovely. I love it so much. I bought it from her directly at her table at STLV. Do you want to know
and that
who it
person
was?
is, of course, Melissa Longo.
I'm so happy that you're wearing that, and I love that color on you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gorgeous. But I have to promote a shirt that I'm wearing from
Another incredible artist. Right.
But that you can get on Star Trek and Chill website.
Right, everybody, if you'd like Melissa Longo's family shirt, it's the Ferengi family. You can also get the Cisco family in the description box below. Just click that link for our Star Trek and Chill Shopify store. You can get that shirt in any size, any color. And the shirt that Jenny R. Johnson is wearing, you can get at theintrovertedrepublic.com from Melissa Longo. Dr. Anne-Marie Siegel is waiting patiently. She's like, I want to promote my shirt too. But she's muted, so she
Which
can't.
is also from Star Trek and Chill, and it's the Neelix and Chill party line.
Yeah.
I'll never not love that shirt. Neelix
It's
and
so
Chill.
fun.
You
I
can
got
also
so
get
many
that
compliments.
in the link in the description box below. And everybody, my name is Ryan T. Husk. And now the news.
Perfect.
We should have Worf going, Captain, incoming message. Something like that.
No,
And then-
it's a briefing with Neelix. Okay, continue.
I like that.
Amazing.
So first and foremost, everybody, Dr. Mohammed Noor is not joining us today because I know everybody's like, where's Dr. Noor? Where's Dr. Noor? Well, the answer is in your North Carolina weather report here. This is from CBS17.com.
Oh, no.
Tuesday storms leave tens of thousands without power in
gosh.
central North Carolina. Obviously,
no.
that includes our good buddy, Dr. Mohammed Noor. Duke Energy's power outage map will include his home. So shout out to Dr. Mohammed Noor. Hopefully he gets his power back on soon. We miss you. And at least you're getting rain.
Oh
That's cool.
no. Speedy power return.
All right. And everybody in the live chat, we just want to say that we appreciate you joining in. We see you, Lisa Mackey, Chris Marshall, Dave, Gregory, Chuck A, the Matt Boardman. We've got Mayanari Flynn, I should say, Bird of Prey 5, Back of the Head, that's John Orchiola of Screen Rant. What's up, John? Fran Iverson, War Dogheim, Allison Leach Hyde, and everybody. We see you
I've
all.
seen
Melissa
this.
H.
Rose Kirby is going to be at Star Trek Destination this week, handing out roses.
Wow.
Amazing.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Rose Kirby in the live chat, please let us know what color roses will you be handing out? All red? Will you go crazy like white roses? Will it be a mixture? It's going to be a game time
What do they
decision.
mean?
Mm.
That's
Amazing.
big news. Okay, so let's get into it here. This is from our good friends over at trekmovie.com. It says, 3 Kirks. William Shatner greets Dan Giannotti and Paul Wesley from Star Trek Strange New Worlds at STLV. That was the fun convention we all came back from just last week by Creation Entertainment. It reads, what? It is.
I just been giggling at their subtitle. Wow. Okay, sorry.
What subtitle?
3 Kirks, 1 stage.
Oh dear. Yeah. Okay. Oh man. Anne Marie.
Ooh, they're getting spicy. That's my dream come true.
Wow. Wow.
I would ask what you mean by that, but I worry that you would answer.
We already know.
So anyway, while Anne Marie composes herself, and Jenny especially, it reads, the meeting of the Spocks wasn't the only impromptu Star Trek character summit at Star Trek Las Vegas 2023. 3 Kirks from 2 different shows also met up on stage at the 57-year mission convention on Sunday. 3 Kirks, 1 stage. On who wrote that? Kayla.
She's amazing.
Okay. On Sunday afternoon, Creation Entertainment paired up Dan Giannotti and Paul Wesley, who play brothers Sam and James Kirk on Star Trek Strange New Worlds. The panel following theirs was for the guest of honor, William Shatner, the original Kirk from Star Trek. Before the Strange New Worlds pair ended their panel, Shatner surprised them on stage to a standing ovation from the capacity crowd at the Rio Convention Center. And it seems also from the other 2 Kirks in that picture.
Yeah.
They stood as well.
They're
like-
matched. They all got a memo that said, we're black.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. That's got to be pretty cool. What a great moment.
Yeah.
Shatner is how old?
92.
92 or yeah, still 92.
92.
And he's still out there strolling and
Yeah. I have a rule at every STLV that I'll miss other panels to go to secondary or tertiary stage or like be manning a vendor's room thing, but William Shatner's on stage. I'm in the main hall. That's the one thing I have to see.
Yep.
I didn't see the whole thing, but what I saw, I was just like, all right, I get it.
So much fun.
I get it.
Jenny,
like
this was your
mycelium
very
and it's-
first. This was your very first STLV by Creation Entertainment ever. So this may be a tough question for you. Anne Marie can answer this
God.
quickly, but for you, since it was your first, is there one person that is a must see if they're on stage?
Honestly, I mean, for me this year, it was Liz and Dave. That was like, it was
Dave Glass and Liz
yeah,
Kloskowski.
I was so excited to see them.
Amazing.
Because it's just so cool to see the people that make the stuff. Oh, and see them like just really like talk about it and really get into it and just to show how much they love doing it. And yeah. So
Mhm.
yeah, and all the design people. I mean, the fact that, we get to see Mike Okuda and Denise Okuda and Doug Drexler, like
Yes.
all of that, like, yeah, that was extra special, folks.
Melissa,
Hmm.
I'd like to predict your answer.
You probably will guess it right.
Oh, well, then that's no fun. All right. Well, then what's your
No,
answer?
go ahead. I want to hear your
I was
prediction.
gonna guess if it's a singular person, I would say Nana Visitor, because she's absolutely magical and amazing. If it is just anything on stage in general, it's got to be the Rat Pack.
That wasn't going to be my answer.
Damn it. Maybe that's my answer. It's my answer is what it is.
Well, it's evolved over the years. Yes, Nana. Well, actually, it was initially Nichelle. She was the one that I didn't want to miss. But Nana is definitely up there because I love her so much. She's amazing and she is magical. But the panel that I will never miss ever again, or ever, I've never missed it, is the Seventh Rule panel.
When you said never ever,
guys.
I was like, oh, I should have thought of this. It hit me right. And then when you said, well, not never again, I'm like, yeah, it's got to be Seventh Rule, because it's not like you used to miss it back in the day.
I've never missed it. I've never missed it once, but yeah. Yeah.
All right. Excellent answers. Anne-Marie didn't say the Seventh Rule.
Well, oh yeah. Well, actually, my second answer is I always have to see the Akudas somewhere because they're one of my favorite celebrity couples. They're so
Absolutely.
cute.
Yeah.
I just can't get enough of them. I mean, there's so many people. It's such an incredible convention.
And of course the Rat Packs, because Max.
So fun.
Cute.
All right. So let's continue on with this. Goes a little something like this. To continue the trekmovie.com article.
So cute.
It reads, this is the first time Giannotti has met Shatner, and he introduced himself as a member of the Kirk family. Someone's getting a call. I can hear
I'm
it.
sorry. It's buzzing. Sorry.
Giannotti says, hi, I'm your brother. Shatner says, nice to meet you, brother. That's freaking adorable.
So cute.
Giannotti has a recurring role on Star Trek Strange New Worlds as George Samuel Sam Kirk. The character was originally played by William Shatner himself with a mustache in the TOS episode Operation Annihilate. Wesley picked up on Giannotti's fun introduction with this exchange. Wesley says, and I'm you. And Shatner says, hey, how you doing?
How
Great.
you doing?
Brilliant.
So good.
How
All right.
are you doing?
And just to finish this little bit up, it continues. Shatner actually has known Wesley for years, and they used to be neighbors. And Wesley had a chance to speak to Shatner before taking on the role of James T. Kirk in the first season of Strange New Worlds. Shatner and Wesley appeared together at an event at San Diego Comic-Con 2022, where the young actor introduced the Trek veteran at an event honoring Shatner. Shatner noted the attendance for the panel with, quote, wow, look at that crowd, end quote. Wesley jokingly said, when we first got here, it was nearly empty. Always straight to the point, Shatner then says, well, everybody, we are standing awkwardly. What the heck does this mean? Well, everybody, we are standing awkwardly around on the stage. Is there something you want us to do? A handstand? Creation's Adam Malin asked the trio to pose so fans in the audience could get photos of them together. And here is one of such
So
photos.
fun. What a good looking crew.
Yeah.
Oh, the Shatners.
The Kirks.
Like the Kirks.
Yeah. Well, that was really
such
fun.
an amazing follow-up to like the Spock, like Spock on Spock that they did. Like there were so many amazing combos this year. It's just impressive.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, so everybody, you can read the rest of that at trekmovie.com. Not right now, though. In about 73 minutes. Up next is another bit that was mentioned by Anne-Marie just now. We go to movieweb.com for this little bit here, which is Star Trek actor Zachary Quinto passes the mantle of Leonard Nimoy's Mr. Spock to Ethan Peck. And it reads, Mr. Spock lives long and prospers even today. The Star Trek character and the franchise's most famous Vulcan was created by Gene Roddenberry for the franchise's infamously rejected television pilot, which was completed in 1965 and later aired in 1986. Everybody in the live chat, I thought it was 64. Let us know. What do you guys think? Is it 64? I thought it was 2 years before.
Pretty sure it aired in 66 too.
Yeah, so let us know, everybody, because I think the original series started in 66, but this is the rejected television pilot. This is the Cage. I thought that was 64. Maybe I'm wrong, though.
Maybe it was completed in 65.
It couldn't be, okay, maybe. I'm like, I thought it was done in 64. Anyway, let us know. Everybody knows better than I when it comes to these kind of numbers. But it continues, but it didn't take long for Spock to show up alongside Captain Kirk in 1966's Star Trek, the original series. In 2009, Zachary Quinto took over the role as young Spock in J.J. Abrams' reimagining, and Quinto has since passed the mantle to Ethan Peck.
So yes, it was completed January 22nd, 1965, which is what I thought because I'm listening to that Scott Mance's Enterprise Incidents podcast right now.
Nice.
About it.
Scott Mance, you said, and what is the podcast called? The Enterprise Incident?
It's so good. Enterprise
awesome.
Incidents. So like, just not that I'm like playing favorites with podcasts, but like it's a great. So I'm like doing my first complete TOS rewatch because I hadn't seen them in order. And every episode, then I go and listen to them, and they start every podcast by talking about what was happening in current events during the filming of the episode.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah,
and
setting
so
the
like
stage.
you think about like what was happening, like what were they hearing on the radio when they drove home from work and when they went to work, and like it's the 60s where they always say on the podcast, and I completely agree, like every week is like a year worth of news, and the country like aged like 100 years and 10 years.
Oh, that's amazing.
Fascinating. So
That's awesome.
I'm like halfway through season 2 right now. It's such a great like educational historical podcast. In addition to like they have so much insider info on the episodes, and then a lot of times they'll have like Ralph Sinofsky. I can't remember how to say his last name. He was actually a director of multiple TOS episodes, and he'll come on, and his like memory is so sharp. You get to hear all these like extreme details, and it was extra fun because some of the like people at creation this year in the vendors room, like Barbara Luna and like those amazing like people who were in like one episode. Like now I know like the history of like why in one scene they're like wearing a different outfit than another.
Nice.
Like, she famously got strep throat and had to like leave. Like, and was really sick for a few days and had to leave the set. So like when they brought her back, like she had lost weight, so they had to costume her different. It's so good. I can't recommend it enough. Enterprise Incidents with Scott and Steve. That's
awesome.
Amazing.
Really sick. If she, wow.
Yeah.
And Scott's awesome.
Yes.
I got to meet him.
Really good. He's so
Scott's
fun.
great. We love Scott.
So great. Like Scott Mance.
Yeah, super big fan.
Scott's
so
the
if
man.
you're not listening, make sure to check it out.
Thanks. Wow, that's really interesting tidbit about getting sick, losing weight, and having to re-costume, because I've always been I know I can't be the only one that's always like, well, I'm sick, but on the plus side, I lost 2 pounds. Like, I mean, I can't be the only one.
That's a lot more than 2 pounds if they're.
Yeah.
Well, she's
right. So
very
she must have been really
skinny.
ill.
She was, and it's actually mirror where she's wearing that like bare midriff,
Oh geez, yeah.
blue uniform, and she's like the captain's woman. So she already like is very skinny. And then when she was like very sick for a week, when she came back, she was like, I would look like eating disorder skinny if I was gonna wear this. So they put her like in a caftan, and that's why like in back-to-back scenes she's wearing like such different things. It's such a good podcast. I can't recommend it enough. And it's like Scott drawing on his like years and years and years of moderating, especially with like the TOS people. I think right now they're on TAS. I'm just working on catching up. But
Yeah, I think you're right.
Cool.
So
Very quickly in the live chat, Chuck A says Scott Mance is great to talk to and that he met Scott at STLV as well. Glenn Iverson adds, quote, when I get sick, I tend to gain weight because the first thing I do is make Jewish penicillin, parenthetically, creamy chicken noodle soup. I thought we all. All right. Anyway, where were we? Let's see. Oh, yeah, just to finish up the Spock on Spock talk, it continues with the quote. Quinto said during the Q&A portion of STLV 57 via trekmovie.com, quote, I just want to say before we finish up how grateful I feel to be here and how I feel like my experience in this world, it's evolved into other iterations and other forums. And to be able to share the stage with the person to whom I am now passing the mantle, to Peck, in a lot of ways, who is engaging all of you in these stories from the perspective of this character now into the future. It's really exciting. It's really gratifying. What a great guy, huh? How gracious is that?
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
That was like, there were a couple panels that were sort of like, they were already going to be amazing. And then they just like surprised, bombarded us with even better. And it was just supposed to be one Spock. And then like suddenly two Spocks were on stage.
So that's awesome. I didn't realize that.
Yeah. So
That's
cool.
great.
Yeah, and then he was kind of a late ad, right?
Zachary Quinto was late ad. And then I think that was just, I might have it backwards, but I'm pretty sure it was the Zachary Quinto. And then they brought like Ethan Peck along. Which is just so cool that Ethan
I thought it was
Peck's
the other way around.
Maybe I have it wrong, but
Either way, that worked out very well.
Either way, it's so cool, and like everybody gets along so well, and it's so complimentary of each other's work, and like so fun.
So
cool.
Just to get a little bit more on that, Quinto also said, quote, I was so fortunate because of Leonard's involvement in the process. And the one thing I never could have anticipated was how instrumental he would become in my life personally. But from a creative standpoint and from a professional standpoint, having that relationship and that introduction to this world helped me understand the character. I think it also helped audiences accept me as this new version of the character. And for that, I was so eternally grateful. Oh, wow. He is so right.
That's so awesome.
I would actually say like Sheldon Cooper accepted him as the new Spock, which made me accept him as the new Spock like, on Big Bang Theory.
Well, I
like once I heard that, I was like, okay.
I think we're just lucky that we get such great iterations of Spock.
Yeah.
I don't think any one of the actors that have played him have dropped the ball. They've all rose to the challenge of capturing Spock's essence. And I love that.
And that's a huge challenge.
Yes, and I would say that goes for like the kids who play Spock, like through his lifelong in Star Trek 3.
Yeah.
Also like William/Billy Simpson, who was in Yesteryear, like he's like little kid Spock's voice.
The animated series. I knew that was coming.
I just love it. You mean my Facebook friend?
He's out in New York, right?
I don't know. I just found him and my mom sent me a link to like we pretend it's the 1970s Facebook group. And sometimes he'll post in there and he'll be like, hey guys, I have a big audition coming up. It's for this show about Star Trek, but it's a cartoon. I hope I get it. And then everybody goes, it's like as if it hasn't happened yet, 'cause it's still the 70s. It's really fun.
That's amazing.
Okay, we've got to get one of these days at STLV, every single actor that ever played Spock, except of course, Mr. Nimoy. That would be cool, right? Because it would be those two plus Yesteryear Spock plus the child Spock from
five Spocks at different ages. I've had it come up at a trivia game before. I'm pretty sure.
Nimoy would be the fifth, right? So that would just be four right now. Okay.
So was it only? What about Discovery too?
I thought about
the Discovery kid, and then also the kid in the movie who's like the kid flashback of Spock and
that's who I was talking about. But yeah, I didn't think about the
Oh.
Discovery one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There's
so that would
so
be five
many.
more, five in
What's
total.
the collective noun of
around.
a bunch of Spocks?
This is
Ooh.
full of
An ear,
Spocks.
an ear of Spocks,
That's good. That is good.
a brow
Perfect.
raise of Spocks.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
Anyway,
Oh,
let's bring up
Husk.
one last.
a browse of Spocks. A browse.
Yeah,
Mm.
a browse. Okay, that works. Just to finish it off with one more quote. It continues, Quinto continues, that is, quote, "But it was really that friendship with Leonard Nimoy that became one of the greatest gifts, I would say the greatest gift of playing this role of Spock in the Star Trek universe has been the friendships that have come out of it. My brotherhood with Chris Pine and my relationship with Leonard and his family and with the whole cast. This just makes me want to see Star Trek 4. Now, this has got to happen."
Mhm.
And then it continues, Star Trek 4 warped its way into development hell,
Aw.
following the
So that's like
conclusion
beyond
of
purgatory.
Star Trek
Right.
Beyond in 2016, and Quinto's version of the USS Enterprise has remained docked there ever since. But if the opportunity to reunite with Chris Pine's Captain Kirk ever presents itself, Quinto is ready to don Mr. Spock's Vulcan ears again. That's pretty cool. So everybody in the live
Aw.
chat, let us know, what is a group of Spocks called? An ear, a brow raise? What do you got for us? How about a Leonard of Spocks or something like that? That might be fun. All right. And just to close the book on that, everybody, if you're like, yeah, Star Trek's cool, but all I care about is just going to anything that Creation does. Just remember that if you go to creationent.com, that's short for creationentertainment.com, they got the full list of all of their experiences and events. And the next one is August 18th through 20th, at this coming weekend, at the Embassy Suites in Charlotte, Concord. That's Concord, North Carolina. Check that out. I don't know how many Spocks will be there, but it doesn't look like any. But anyway, check that out if you're in the area. And especially for people like Muhammad, if your power comes back on,
Yeah.
then be sure to get tickets.
Go get a snuggle with Jared and Jensen.
Mm.
Sorry.
Maybe you'll be there then.
Ooh, I want to go.
All right. So let's move forward to really the talk of the town the last day or two, right? Is this article here. Oh, it looks like 4 days ago, not 2 days ago.
Okay, this has been cited up a storm on the internet since John Orhila released this.
Yeah.
I like to say since the Seventh Rule released it, but
Exactly.
since that's, oh, let's see. Did anybody give us their Spock ideas? Oh, Rico E. Anderson, actor who was on the strike line, says a pawn of Spocks, he says. You could take that one pretty far. That's a good one.
On far.
Oh, wait, I like Glenn Iverson's A Logic of Spocks. That's
Oh, yeah, that's a
Logic
good
of
one.
Spocks. Yeah.
Solid answer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's
Spock
continue.
Plenty is hilarious. Like Spock
Spock Plenty.
That's fun. A plenty Spock.
Good and plenty.
DJ Kitty Cat says a hijinks of Spocks. I like the good and plenty.
There was a Star Trek actress that shall remain nameless that saw a cosplayer that shall remain nameless and said that she looked like Good and Plenty, and she was right, and it made me want more Good and Plenties because they're delicious.
Yeah, they are delicious.
Jenny, up in Canada, in Nova Scotia, where you reside, do they like Good and Plenties?
I have never seen nor tasted a Good and Plenty. I don't think I can't. Well,
They're lucky.
There's some specialty shops. I'm sure I could get them, but yeah, no, they're not on our like regular rotation up here. But we've got a bunch of good ones that you guys don't have.
Well,
They're
what-
literally like
what
only
are
on
your-
rotation for bad Halloween houses.
Oh,
No.
no, that's candy corn. Ew.
Candy corn.
I kind of like candy corn. Maybe it's just because when you're a kid, you're convinced to like it.
Ugh.
It's just
There's-
sugar.
So much corn
Is it
talk
though?
today.
Tastes like sawdust.
It's just,
But-
it's not good. It's waxy.
Mm.
Ugh.
Mm,
It's not good, but it's sugary.
it's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
If you want some sugar,
Yeah.
candy corn's your ticket.
Well, I just get chocolate.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hmm. Speaking of chocolate, Melissa's favorite treat is not chocolate, but it is pictured here. It is
Oh.
Captain Pike in an apron, of course. So this is from screenrant.com. It's entitled, "Let's Make 20 a Year. Star Trek executive producer wants more Strange New Worlds episodes." And it reads a little something like this. Star Trek, man, that's a lot. Star Trek Strange New Worlds co-executive producer and director Chris Fisher wants the series to go up to 20 episodes per season. What are you guys giggling about?
At your sponsored ads.
They're not very targeted, I don't
Oh my
think.
gosh.
Maybe.
Wow.
Anyway, if you guys will just grow up for a second, the people listening in only have no idea why you're. Melissa, would you like to explain to everybody listening what's so funny?
It's so unexpected. and then
Went
it just
into it.
kept going and going. And then it shows the they hold it up and show the inside.
What? Laughing's too contagious. Anne Marie, will you write this ship for us, please?
With what?
Jenny, and Jenny just says, "Just logged in and saw pants."
John Archeolis.
All right. The point is,
Just saw
what we're trying to say here is, as we continue reading this article,
Maybe
God,
if you
I swear to
refresh it, it will go away.
yeah, I don't want to refresh it.
Oh,
Anyway,
okay.
it says
Okay.
Strange New Worlds just wrapped its highly acclaimed season 2 with Hegemony, the 10th episode and 20th for the series overall, that focused on Captain Christopher Pike, Anson Mount, and the USS Enterprise facing the Gorn. Strange New Worlds season 2 genre hopped successfully from legal drama to time travel. Now I'm like scared every time an ad comes up. From time travel, romance to comedy to Star Trek's first ever musical episode, which everybody seems to have an opinion on lately, I've noticed. Yeah,
That
that's
was
great.
my opinion.
It continues. Oh, this is fun. If you like that first part, you're going to love this second part. It continues. Appearing on the Seventh Rule podcast, hosted by Sirach Lofton and Ryan T. Husk, co-executive producer Chris Fisher discussed Strange New Worlds season 2 finale. Fisher mused about how long Strange New Worlds could potentially run, and he echoes many fans' wishes that each season has more episodes. Read Fisher's quote and check out the video of the Seventh Rule below. Fisher's quote begins at the 5909 timestamp. His quote reads, "I think the show has just started. We haven't even, this could be a 10-year show.
Yay.
Everyone who works on it loves making it. Because of COVID, because of the strike, it's taken 4 years to make 20 episodes. So hopefully Paramount Plus is smart and says, hey, let's go make 20 a year. Let's start making this show. This is
Yes.
gold."
Agreed.
Like by
And-
the time you schlep everybody up there, like just make 20.
It's true.
Mhm.
And that was the quote that ignited a firestorm over social media for the last 4 days, ever since it aired on Thursday on the Seventh Rule YouTube channel. He's also producing director, so he hires the directors that direct every episode, and he oversees things. So he's got kind of his finger on the pulse of the show. But what's the actual likelihood of 20 episodes? Because he was just kind of, as the writer says, John Orchiola says, he was musing. He was airing his wishes.
Yeah, but I don't think he's alone in those wishes. I think many people would like to see more episodes than just 10 a year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like including like the cast and crew, because like they're there. It's hard to like schedule around some big thing for months. Like just knock them out. And I know some people are like, what about filler? I'm like, okay, these people are so amazing at writing and acting. I don't think you're going to get any filler. If you did, I would love it. Hence the term pillar filler, which is my favorite thing in Star Trek.
But the thing is 20 episodes a year lets us get to know these people even more.
Right.
So the day-to-day is something that I've missed in New Trek. I love
Data's Day is a great episode.
It is a great episode. But we want to see I want to see the day-to-day lives of these people, and it would only strengthen their relationships, and that they've already started to build so well on that show.
That's the thing I was thinking about with respect to character development is right now with the 10 episode model. Sure, you can make an argument that each episode, the average episode in a 10 episode season is better than the average episode from a 26 episode season, because there aren't the filler episodes. They have to make every episode a masterpiece. They put a huge budget in. It's 2 weeks of production rather than one. I mean, basically it's 10 1-hour movies. So it's definitely a different product, a higher quality product. And you could definitely make the argument that each episode is better on average. But as a Star Trek fan, Anne-Marie almost got whiplash. She shook her head so hard.
I agree with Anne-Marie.
As a Star Trek fan, when I look back at Star Trek, I loved those Dominion Wars episodes and those giant Xindi arcs and all that. But I also really like those filler episodes, because those are the ones that you get to know the characters. Like possibly my favorite Deep Space Nine episode is Explorers. Jake Sisko and Captain Sisko just going out on a Bajoran sailing ship and doing their thing.
Take me out to the holosuite.
Yes.
Incredible.
So good.
Exactly. Episodes that don't have to have these like huge universe breaking stakes.
Exactly.
But they have
two people in a room.
Exactly.
I love those.
And those ones we get to know the characters better, I think, in those episodes than in the more plot-driven episodes, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I mean, the episodes are longer by like 15 minutes to 20 minutes. So like that is extra minutes we're getting that it's not just the equivalent of 10 episodes, but like, I do like, so like, I'm sure everybody knows, but pillar filler is like when Michael Pillar started working on Star Trek, he would like, if they were under, because they always had to be whatever, 41 minutes or whatever plus credits. And like he needed an extra page somewhere, time to just put in like little character moments, like someone's like growing a beard, someone's doing this, and then someone likes chocolate pudding. And
that chocolate scene.
Like, yes. And it's just like, okay, well that's pillar filler, which really is character moments. And like his two things were that, and then like every episode has to be about something. And it just like makes the show so good and makes us really love the characters. So I'm like so for more episodes.
And imagine with the Strange New Worlds characters, they're so awesome. Imagine getting to fill them out. Like they're already so great.
Yes, like that one scene where like Spock is with that Vulcan judge and ad aspera per
Yes.
astra, and he's like fighting with him, and like Ortega's and Dr. Mbenga are just like sitting there, and Ortega is like
I love that
narrating that
scene.
like what they're talking about, and I'm like, yes,
Yes.
more of this. Like,
Yeah.
that's why we need,
Yes.
yeah, we totally need tons of episodes.
And then Spock
Oh.
was like, I'm sorry, you had to see that display.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
that outburst. That was brilliant.
outburst.
So
like,
our
if you
friends-
already have the sets, it's not like, it isn't even, it's like a deal for Paramount.
True.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Because each episode is less expensive because you're not, you're not building as many sets. You're not,
Yeah.
you're already kind of renting it out. But back of the head, our good buddy in the live chat says, he's from screenrant.com. He says, I want an episode of Chapel and Ortegas selling Pike's desk while he's gone and trying to get it back.
Yes, to get bloodline for Spock. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's too good. And then, of course, everybody started jumping in with some great one-off bottle episodes. Matt Boardman says, take me out to the Hollow Suite. He also says, bada boom, bada bing.
Yeah.
Love
Trials and
Bada bing, bada
Tribulations, the magnificent Ferengi love songs, a lot of great ones.
Yes, I love Ferengi love songs. Yes,
Yeah.
like we get to learn about like Ferengi Marauder action figure.
Yeah, what was his name? Marauder Mole?
Marauder
Mike?
Mo,
Mo, I think, yeah.
isn't it? So good. I
But
told
then
you
the
to
other
keep it in
thing
the
is-
package.
the one with the Willie Mays baseball cards and
In the cards. So
yes,
good.
in the cards.
So good.
So good.
Yeah,
Oh, it's Minions of
and the other thing
Orthodoxy.
is,
Yes.
specifically about that is that we're kind of dancing around it, but then you also get these character specific episodes.
Yeah.
So you can get, it's tough for them to write, I would think, an Ortegas episode or a Spock episode because they have to cover so much ground in each episode. But if they had 20 episodes, you could just throw in a Nurse Chapel episode,
Mhm.
just where she
Absolutely.
goes and lands on the planet and meets her family, and and Ortegas happens to be there, and it's just Ortegas and Chapel for the entire episode. But then
Exactly.
we really get to know them,
Mhm.
or Scotty. If Scotty were to appear on Strange New Worlds,
Oh my gosh.
Scotty and Pelia are
Right.
stuck in the engine room for something, and they have to
Exactly, yeah.
like work together to get out. Things like that. You
Yeah.
can
Where's
really
our
get.
Strange New Worlds Risa episode?
Well, and that's what I really loved about the La'an episode is because we got to
Yes.
dive into La'an, but not just La'an, but Kirk as well.
Mhm.
This new Kirk from the other.
So good.
Yeah, it was so good.
Yeah.
Because I got
This
you.
season's amazing.
Mhm.
It really is.
Okay. Just to finish up a little bit on this before we move on.
Plus, I'm going to add also, it's like repeatedly being in the top 10 episodes or shows that are streaming in the world, like in the
Yes.
country.
Mhm.
So why not keep making them? Plus, we have
Yeah.
so much to delve into next season with like
Yeah.
what happened to Cybok. Like
Yes.
obviously this is a two-parter, like going into the next season, and then we have this whole ordeal with Roger Corby coming up in Nurse Chapel and like
Mhm.
that crazy love triangle.
Well,
Right.
and there's such a strong ensemble in this show that
Yes.
I think they should utilize it. And by having 20 episodes a year, they would be able to utilize this strong
Yeah.
cast.
Mhm.
It's such a
Definitely.
like Deep Space Nine
Yeah,
callback to having a
yes.
cast that every single person is so interesting.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Like,
And
I
their
love
cast
it.
is growing. You're getting Sam Kirk. You're maybe getting
Right,
Scotty
yes.
added on.
Yeah.
We
Well,
love
now-
Sam Kirk.
We also have
So
Robert
great.
April. We have Captain
Yeah.
Patel.
Mm.
Yep.
We have T'Pring.
Yeah.
So it's definitely, we're getting a lot of recurring people. Now, everybody in the live chat, we do have a poll. The question is, what do you think is most likely to achieve? How many episodes? Do you think it's possible we might get 20 in a season? Think it's possible we might get 15 or 12? Or do you think it's just always going to be 10 a year and that's it?
They're like,
they're
the
just going
orders
to.
are for 10. I'm like, okay, then put in 2 orders.
Yes.
Like,
Right.
Yes. It's not like other
All
like
those
there are
songs.
lots of other shows that are still doing 20 20 plus
including like
episodes.
ghosts, like
Yeah.
ghosts on,
Yeah.
including their own shows.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We feel very strongly about this.
Yeah.
I need
Well,
more.
I think
Here on the
everybody
main
does.
viewer.
Well,
Yeah.
and we've seen, look, not just Prodigy's done 20, of course,
Mm,
but
Which is
also
amazing.
Discovery's done 16. And I believe they
Exactly.
did, I
Yeah.
think the second season had 14. I think
Yes.
the third season had 13, and then it was 12. And I think this last season's going to have 10.
Mhm.
So what's that? My quick math tells me what is that, like more than 50 or more
Yeah.
than 60 for 5. Let me see. That's not very quick math, but it sounds like 65 episodes in 5 seasons is, I think, what that comes out
Which
to.
is crazy. Because isn't
That's like
what was the
Not the
syndication
cast, just
number?
do
How
it.
many do you like how many did a show need to
26. Oh,
Yeah.
syndication.
Yeah.
80. I think it was 80, but I know there's 79 of TOS. And I thought,
right?
well, going into whatever, I don't want to interrupt Ryan.
Sorry.
But
Sorry,
it's
Ryan.
Joe Trimble's birthday today.
Yes.
She's turning 90. I sent a birthday card. I'm really excited.
Oh,
And
Aw.
as everybody knows, she's the one and her husband Dom, like they spearheaded the letter writing campaign in the 60s when Star Trek was like canceled after 2 seasons. So they like so many people wrote in letters to NBC that they did a 3rd season. And then because they hit that number of episodes, which
right.
is 79 or 80. I know there's 79 episodes, but I thought it was 80 and somehow they like wiggle roomed it. But because they hit the syndicated number, then it could be in syndication. And if it hadn't been in syndication, it would have just like gone away forever. So that's why she like literally did save Star Trek.
Yes.
Yes.
Very quickly, this is what we should have said at the top.
Sorry.
Check this out, you guys.
Yay!
Joe
Aw.
Trimble's birthday. It's her 90th birthday. She's trying to catch Shatner. She never will. He's always going to be 2 years older. But there she is. We love her and we owe her a lot.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So happy birthday to her.
Ooh.
Good job
Coolest.
there, Anne-Marie. So look, let's finish this article here on the 20 episodes, because this is, people have been going nuts for it for the last 4 days. It's everywhere. Anyway, it continues. Unfortunately, it's looking like there will be a very long wait for Star Trek Strange New World Season 3. Production on Strange New World Season 3 was about to start in early May, but was halted when the Writers Guild of America went on strike, which has now lasted over 100 days. SAG-AFTRA and the actors also went on strike in July, and the fight to get better terms from studios and streaming services like Paramount Plus seems to have no end in sight. The longer the strike continues, the less likely Strange New Worlds will be able to make a 2024 release date, potentially pushing season 3 to 2025. Oh dear. And then he goes in to talk about the best of both worlds, which everybody immediately, when they saw the end of Strange New Worlds, episode 10 of season 2, was like, oh my God, they're best of both worldsing us. But that's a great article by our good buddy John Orkiola of Screen Rant. Let's see how the poll did, what everybody thinks. So it looks like we've got some optimists amidst us. So the question was, what do you think is most likely to achieve? 10% of you said 12. That's about right. 18% of you said it will always be 10 a year. Doesn't matter how hard you wish it. 28% said 20. And 42% of you, the plurality, said 15 sounds about right. They think that, you know, I'd be happy with 15 or 16. That'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, also, very quickly, everybody, if Scotty were to come on Strange New Worlds, it might be
I'm
portrayed by
obsessed
actor
with this guy's Twitter.
Martin Quinn at Martin Quinn _94. Just FYI,
Okay.
it looks like followed by
Get
Anne-Marie
ready.
Segal
Yeah,
already.
okay, get ready to fall down the biggest rabbit hole of like amazing quirky, offbeat Scottish comedy
fun.
sketches. It's
Amazing.
really fun. Like he and his like comedy partner, it's very random, and he's an amazing Twitter follow. So make sure you're following him.
Amazing.
They did such a great job casting, and I know they had like a pool.
Yes.
I think they finally got down to like 25 plus Scottish actors, and then found him, and he's just like, oh, I can't get enough of him.
So quirky. and
Yeah,
fun.
it's so fun.
I thought he was fantastic. I was blown away
Mhm.
immediately. Very
Ex-
charming.
I was like,
Yeah.
how
Very
the
good.
casting on this is just incredible. It made me love Scotty even more,
Yeah.
which is truly amazing.
Just another quick little piece of information, everybody. Not much to discuss here, but for everybody keeping it home if you want to keep score. From variety.com, my favorite news outlet, SAG-AFTRA will no longer approve indie projects written under WGA contract. So that sounds complicated. So go check that out on variety.com because that's above my pay grade. SAG-AFTRA will no longer approve indie projects written under WGA contract. There are a lot of developments going on there. They met last Friday, and hopefully they're getting closer.
Mhm.
Hopefully.
That wasn't, you didn't sound very convinced there.
Hopefully, yes.
I'm hopeful.
Yeah.
I'm just hopeful.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Well, this next item is from twitter.com.
This is fun.
Somebody's posting about
Bad word.
whales, whales. And Aaron Waltke, a writer on Star Trek Prodigy, says, certainly not the first whales aboard a starship, nor the last. What?
Interesting.
Ooh.
Someone known
That's
for
amazing.
cryptic.
What? So somebody,
I
we need to be
like
saving
that.
this tweet. We need to
Yeah.
save this.
You know I bookmarked this.
So what that means is, everybody at home, it's official. There be whales in Prodigy, maybe.
Yay.
Maybe.
On that new Voyager.
What if
What if they're EWH? Oh wait,
Ooh. Wait,
yeah, emergency whale hologram.
sounds
ECH,
terrible.
emergency cetacean hologram.
Nice.
Oh,
Just in case.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I can't even start to theorize on that. What about you, Melissa? Any ideas how they could get whales on Prodigy? Or maybe Aaron is just aware that there are going to be whales in another show, like in Legacy, perhaps, or
Lower
in
Decks.
Section 30. Maybe they're going to be Section 31
Again.
agents.
Ooh.
Mhm.
How would they do that? That would be interesting. Or otherworldly whales would be interesting to see as well.
Like those
Extra
Zindi.
Like a,
terrestrial cetaceans.
yeah, that are cousins to the whales here on Earth, but
Yeah.
maybe look a little bit different and communicate a little bit
they
different.
have they
Like
have
the
different
race that sent the
warheads.
probe, right? Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just saw that movie.
It's so good.
It's so good.
It's so good. I love it so much.
Yeah.
Back of the head in the live chat asks, did the Borg assimilate the whales in the Titan A? I don't know.
Oh my gosh, I can never keep this.
Oh.
straight.
Wait.
BL
Oh,
says space
sorry, I'm
whales
with you
have
now.
been
I'm with you
done.
now. Okay.
Space whales have been done. That's right. In early Discovery, they had the Gormagander. And if you'll recall, that was a space whale,
I love that.
Gormagander, and Harry
They used to
Mudd
make the
wrote in on it.
sanest man go mad. This is my favorite Discovery episode.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
good.
but
We've all
just-
had a musician phase. So
But
good.
just like humanoids have had multiple versions of them in space. Why not
Yeah.
cetaceans too? Why not other things like the Gorn and the reptilian ways and
Exactly.
yeah.
And there were whales on the D.
Were
I feel like
there?
that's talked about in the space mating manual that Harry Kim was supposed to read.
In yesterday's Enterprise, somebody gets paged to cetacean ops.
Yes, that's why.
Oh,
Because it was
you're
in
right.
the original TNG blueprint
Yes.
for the Enterprise.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, I love that. I forgot about that mention.
Brilliant.
So cool.
Brilliant. Good call, Jenny.
Whales on the D.
Amazing knowing which episode.
I know.
Amazing.
All right.
Oh.
Eyeballs.
Yeah.
So now, speaking of Star Trek Prodigy, by the way, everybody, Star Trek Prodigy has a new home on Amazon Prime. That's not true, but when it happens, we will definitely announce it just like that, but with a different, whatever the thing happens to be. We're just, I'm checking every day to see like, when's it going to happen? When are they going to announce it? Is it going to happen on, Star Trek Day? Is it just going to drop one day on like a Saturday afternoon when nobody's expecting it? Are we going to have to wait till like 2024 for it? I have no idea, but man, I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, speaking of Star Trek Prodigy, we do have some actual news. This is also from ScreenRant.com. Star Trek Prodigy executive producer Aaron J. Waltke on the promise of season 2. It reads, season 2's future is an optimistic one, according to executive producer Aaron J. Waltke, along with executive producers Kevin and Dan Hageman, writer-producer Jennifer Morrow, and composer Nami Melumad. Waltke appeared at Star Trek Las Vegas, 57-year mission in Las Vegas, with good news for Star Trek fans at the convention. They were all there. They were all smiles, and it was a great time. Team Star Trek Prodigy unveiled 4 minutes of footage from season 2, which dropped the bombshell reveals of the new Lamar class USS Voyager A and the return of the Doctor, played by Robert Picardo, from Star Trek Voyager. The Hagemans also stated that they are 99% certain Star Trek Prodigy will find a new streaming home after the beloved animated series was abruptly canceled by Paramount Plus in June.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to
I
need
know.
toys of the Lamar class so badly for my
Oh
niece.
yeah.
So cool. And for me. So cool. I love Hedy Lamar.
It continues. Prior to the Star Trek Prodigy panel at STLV, Screen Rant chatted with Aaron J. Waltke about what's in store for season 2, possible crossovers with the rest of the Star Trek franchise, and keeping Trek's spirit of optimism alive as Star Trek Prodigy's future is decided. There's a cute picture of all of our friends with the Doctor. That's pretty awesome.
It's photobombing.
So the question is, let's talk a little bit about that infamous day, June 23rd. How did you find out about your show getting canceled? Oh, this is depressing. Aaron responds, I mean, we found out around the same time as you. It was not a planned thing, as you can imagine. Obviously, we were doing the marketing push for season 2, planning to release that winter and whatnot. So it kind of came as a surprise to all of us. The streaming landscape is in very much a transitional space right now. So I think everyone is trying to figure out how their shows can best thrive and continue. The hope for a new streaming home for Prodigy is that we will get to showcase our show to so many other new audiences that may not have seen it before. You have to live that Star Trek optimism in real life.
Oh.
And then John asks, yes, for sure. Can you say anything about season 2? Well, this is where it gets interesting. Aaron responds, yes. For season 2, it's going to be a really amazing adventure. CBS Studios is continuing and has full faith in the project. So we're continuing to produce the show or about 11 episodes are fully done. And then the rest will be done by the end of the year, just on schedule. The first season was very much about the aspirational. What if there was a new life for us here in Starfleet, in that place called the Federation? Whereas this season is, okay, we're in the Federation now. We are working our way through Starfleet. We're no longer just folks in command of our own ship going anywhere we want. We are now very much part of a very large organization with a lot of regulations and rules. And that sort of adjustment is something that we thought everybody could relate to, especially in a coming of age story, that graduation from middle school or high school, suddenly not a big fish in a little pond, but suddenly being thrust into the ocean sort of thing. On top of that, there are a lot of dangling threads from the end of season 1. The biggest one is the aftermath of what they learned about Solemn. Essentia is still out there, and specifically, Gwen has now has this burden of knowing that unless she does something, she can't prevent the disaster that will befall her civilization. So she's going to try to find a way, and the complications that come from that. There's a lot to look forward to in season 2 between time travel nerds, for Starfleet lovers.
Oh, I thought they meant lovers who are on the show. Oh.
And just general lovers of science fiction.
And lovers of lovers.
Mm-hmm. Can I just chime in for something?
Yeah.
Really quickly. You have a very nice voice. It's very nice to listen to. That's all.
Yeah.
Oh.
Your reading voice is lovely.
Thank you.
It is.
Thanks. Thanks very much. It's my vocal exercises that I do. No, I don't do anything like that, but I appreciate that. Thanks very much. What are your thoughts on the article? Also very nice, right?
Yes.
Very nice.
It is. It's really positive, and
yeah,
Aaron's amazing. Like that's
he is.
Yeah, like he's just got the best energy. And hearing them all talk about it, it just makes you believe, number one, like you're right alongside them, like, yes, this is happening, like, you know, absolutely. But they also just really believe in the show and love the show, and it's just really
it's always
so
wonderful to hear from people who are passionate about their work.
Exactly.
And that shines through no matter where Aaron Walke pops up and talks about Prodigy. Same with the Hagemans and everybody who works on the show. There's such a love for this show, and rightfully so, because it's wonderful. It's great. And that energy is infectious.
Yeah. Back of the head in the chat says that he thinks the article is really good too.
I saw that.
Oh yes, of course it is.
It is a good article. Yes, and you tell it well.
Yeah.
That's what's up with Chakotay. Just need to know.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to.
And I just need like way more Doctor in my life. He's one of my favorite characters ever.
Yeah, so we got the Doctor, we have Chakotay, we have Janeway. You know, everybody's waiting. What's up with Harry Kim? Is he gonna
right?
I mean, I think it would be hilarious if he's still ensign.
Oh my gosh.
I think, but I feel like that's more of a lower decks joke. I feel like Prodigy is, like they said, more aspirational. They want to inspire people.
Once
they want to
kids are promoted beyond Harry Kim.
Oh my
god. In like season 9 of Prodigy, they're like, Ensign Kim, get back to work. And he's like, sorry, Zero. Sorry, 3-year-old Murph.
Poor Harry Kim.
Or it's Murph who gives him his promotion to Lieutenant Junior grade.
Then the article continues, and everybody go check it out yourself on screenrant.com. But very quickly, something that was interesting that was brought up was the questioner, John Orchiola, says, and I want to clarify something actually that does come up from time to time, that your show is canon. Aaron Waltke's answer, yes. For anybody
of course it is.
It's
What?
just surprising that some people still keep asking that just because it's
It's
animated.
insane.
Animation
that
doesn't
was put
change
to bed like
canon.
for forever ago.
Oh,
that
man.
Gene
Yeah.
Roddenberry ended up saying it was canon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, but there's anyway, so there's more to that, and it's interesting and it's good to know. It's funny that some people still think, well, no, it's animated. Doesn't matter. Canon, they
Yeah.
said canon was just whatever is in a movie
like-
or on TV.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on the screen.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Especially when it's like all the same actors and writers and people behind the
Exactly.
scenes.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Whales on the D is canon,
Exactly.
you know?
Exactly.
Hmm.
Here's something fun, everybody. This article, or I don't know what it is, but it's pretty exciting. It's getting to be that time.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh,
This
my-
is
the coolest
this is-
advent calendar ever.
insighteditions.com. It looks like a shuttlecraft 1701D shuttlecraft
Mhm.
advent calendar, and it's only $150, you guys.
But if you sign up, if you go to the website, there's a pop-up thing and you can get 30% off.
Whoa, so it'd be what is that, like $105 is what it would end up being.
Yeah, and they're only like, I want to say this one has a limited number of like 1701. So you gotta order.
What are
just
the
gotta see
other
what this-
pictures?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
it's the coolest stuff
Whoa.
ever. First of all, look at the boxes.
Wow.
Okay,
I
that's
know.
worth $100.
And also,
okay, they're
like,
right.
this is so good because look at this, like, look at,
What's
first of all,
the
look at the
swag?
sparkly background and the baseball on the desk.
I know,
I'm
the
like,
baseball
these guys
right
are good.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but what's inside the box?
Oh, they should
Whoa,
in the
what's in the
box?
box? Oh no, those are socks. Oh look, it's a
Oh,
two pair of
this
socks.
is, I didn't, they added
Okay.
the spoiler alert since yesterday. Well, first go to the
Okay.
third picture.
Whoa, wait a minute.
What
They're
is-
toy. You get toys, not just chocolate.
Dude, this
That
is an
looks
advent
like
calendar.
bottle
It's toys,
opener.
it's not candy.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
you got- That look, yeah, that's a bottle opener, right? Look at that.
Yeah.
Yes,
looks like
the
a
stuff is
bottle
like
opener.
actually usable and cool. The
Shot
top here is
glasses.
plate keychain.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mhm.
it is so cute. Okay, now go to the new
Okay,
spoiler
so
alert
it's
thing.
not just chocolate.
All right. So look,
Go to
everybody.
spoiler alert. Go to spoiler alert.
Hang on. At this point, at first I thought it was just silly and cute, but at this point I'm like, okay, everybody go to insighteditions.com because I want that. I want to go buy that for
I know, right?
anybody that wants to buy that. I'm sure you can find a home for it. That is actually a really cool gift. I know it's
Yeah.
$100 or 100 and something, but that's actually really cool.
It's
But
200
anyway,
Canadian.
spoiler alert, you said.
See this?
It's
They
spoiler.
added a picture today with more spoilers since the last time I checked this.
God,
Does this
come
have all the
on.
things that are in there?
I think just some of them.
Deep Space
Not
Nine.
socks.
Oh my god, Klingon
It's an
socks.
ornament,
How'd they
but
fit?
there's
They didn't
more.
fit socks in there. That's
They
crazy.
probably
they
rolled it really
did.
tight.
What is,
And the
was
little
that an
baby
ornament too?
shuttlecraft?
It's
Oh my
so
God.
cute. This stuff is good.
And you also get a JPEG.
It's
Now
an
we're gonna
NFT.
find out who's naughty or nice. Wow.
Whoa, cocktail stirs.
Whoa,
This is
dice too.
Whoa, those are cool
Uh,
dice.
All right. Look, I'm gonna pre-order this right now. Oh wait, also little stirs. Those are like iced
Mhm.
tea cocktail sticks.
Aw,
Oh my
that's
God.
cute.
I mean, this is. I know that Eagle
These-
Moss did one, and it was a bunch of like little ships and kind of stuff similar to this. But I have
Yeah.
to say, like this one is
Tom Paris,
very
please.
usable.
Yeah,
These
it's
guys
pretty
better
awesome.
be. These guys need to sponsor us because I know they're gonna get some sales right now because of this.
Yeah.
They're gonna get some
Well,
sales.
and then
Wait, you
is
From
can't
that
me.
take it because you have to
bottle-
get
is
the
that-
30%.
What?
Is the cork?
You have to get the 30% off coupon code. See, go to your bottom left.
We're not gonna shop this
Oh, okay.
whole thing right now, but
But just so you know,
yeah, no, all right.
But that
yeah.
bottle stopper, was that from the cage?
I
Oh,
think
it is, isn't it? Or
Oh, this one right here.
oh
Yeah.
no, it's the
Oh yeah, it's this guy,
it's the face, the face
Oh.
guy from the
the
credits.
tall guy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes. Yeah, you're right.
Yes. That's our good friend Randy Frank that does that. And what's this? Just a ship sticker?
It
Nice.
looks
like it has a
no, it's
purpose.
something.
Oh, is that in a bookmark? Page holder thing?
It looks like it.
How cool
You
is
put
it?
it on the top of your page and keeps your place.
Oh, BL has a good idea. Unbox. We could do an unboxing video right here. We,
Oh.
these guys just need to sponsor us because we're about to make like 15 sales for them right now.
But like, there
All-
were
all
Yeah.
to me.
people,
Well,
I would
and
say like in Discord or something last year in our group or something where they got the board cube one from Eagle Moss and every day they would do it, but they would
Oh,
like
yeah.
make it as a
Add a piece.
spoiler so that like if you also had it, it wouldn't like ruin your surprise. It was so fun. Live vicariously through them.
Bob D in the live chat says, everybody get ready to write down Ryan's credit card number because I was about to order. That's true. That's a bad idea. I'll wait. Thank you. The website, look, everybody's asking for the website again. We
Yeah,
really
that's
are.
hilarious.
It is Insight Editions. InsightEditions.com. We'll actually, you know what? We'll put the
Well,
link
supplies
right
last.
now. We're putting the link right here in the live chat. There you go. Everybody that's about to receive that from whoever's in the live chat, you're welcome. So the next
and if
item
they
up
want
for
to
bid.
send us samples of this so that we can do it
That's a
properly,
good point.
that would be great.
Do we want to talk about the Gone or Legacy?
What's the legacy thing?
Mhm.
All right. So Legacy. This is from CBR.com, our good friends at CBR.com. It's entitled, Why Star Trek Legacy Could Be a Feature Film Testing Ground. Interesting. And it reads, it's been an incredible year for Star Trek fans, with both Picard's final adventure and Strange New World Season 2. The third wave of the storied franchise finally hit the sweet spot between new and nostalgia most fans wanted to see. There are more TV shows in production than at any time in the 57-year history. Yet one more, Star Trek Legacy, could be a proving ground for a return to a successful feature film series. Whew, that is tough to read with that flashing video going on there. Let's see. Let's continue. Continues to read on. Currently, there is no live action Star Trek in production. Both the WGA and SAG-AFTRA were forced to strike when studio negotiators failed to do their jobs. Ooh,
That's
a
kind of
little
harsh.
Hmm.
Yeah, you're supposed to say
Way
negotiations
harsh, Ty.
fell through. Paramount once again benefited from a group of filmmakers and actors who made their oldest franchise stronger than ever. However, save for the animated Star Trek Prodigy, Starfleet flies exclusively on streaming. Once the studios realize they stand only to gain more profit by seeing reason and making a fair deal, well, this guy's really going at it. Paramount will want to, oh, okay.
We give
I've
up.
had it. Yeah, I've had it with this guy. Anyway, Joshua M. Patton. This was published 8 hours ago. Check it out. It's cbr.com. I'll read a little bit more. Paramount will want to bring their most valuable intellectual properties to both TV and the big screen. Some studios throw far too much money at their franchise pictures. However, Star Trek perfected the TV to movie pipeline in 1982. Yet instead of having to wait 7 to 10 years to get from the small screen to the big one, Star Trek Legacy could speed up that process considerably. Interesting. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that Legacy is a good nesting ground for potential movies? If Legacy were to happen, we're all assuming that it is.
Why not?
Bit
I
on a
mean,
Yeah.
the industry is changing so much right now that who knows what feature films will look like in the future anyway. But then the same with TV, and
Mhm.
I don't know. I think it's it's okay to explore different ways to tell the Star Trek story.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I think like just because there's so much that Legacy could do and touch on and be that it feels constrictive to limit it to a couple of hours and a couple of hours, but I totally know what you mean. And if it was a choice of like nothing or that, I would be like all over it.
What about if it was a choice between Star Trek 4 or a Legacy movie or the Section 31 movie
Oh.
or other? Another Next Generation movie. Oh, I guess that might be Legacy infused.
Legacy infused.
But not at the expense of more TV series. I just love this series.
That's yeah. Assuming there was no other avenue for Legacy to happen, then I would want to see, because I just want to see Seven and Raffi and like I want to see them do that, you know. But if Legacy has the potential to be a show, then I don't want to see Star Trek 4, but
yeah, that's I don't know. I don't know if I could choose an either or, but I could see it being maybe an interesting way to approach Legacy if it was a jumping off point to launch a series.
Definitely. And that's kind of, because then there are people and things that you could bring in that would bring a wider audience that you don't necessarily have to commit to having be a part of it all the way along.
So Faith Howell in the live chat says, hello, Faith, by the way.
Faith?
She says, I would love a Legacy movie, but not at the expense of a Legacy series.
Right.
She gets it. She also says, I'm still sort of disappointed that Section 31 is aimed for a movie. I still stand by Section 31 making an awesome anthology series. So basically, Faith Howell is like, no movies, just series. That's it. Movies are for quitters, is what she's saying. Kind of. Okay. Bird of Prey 5 says DS9 movie. We all want that.
Yeah.
And Glenn Iverson says it's Star Trek 14, not Star Trek 4. Every time I call it Star Trek 14, people get mad and call it Star Trek 4. I think it's Star Trek 14.
I just
because
it is Star Trek 4 with the number 4 and not Roman numerals. It's my distinction.
Yeah.
But here's where it gets to be an issue is if they do that Section 31 movie, which they're planning on doing, will that be Star Trek 14?
No.
Will that be Star Trek
it's
15?
a TV movie.
Right. So at that point,
they
have to kind of stop counting, because otherwise, if they keep going 14, 15, or 4, 5, 6, and then Section 31 is its own thing, then what they're doing is they're delegitimizing it. They're saying, oh, we don't count that one because it's not a number. I don't know. What do you think? That's what it feels like.
Then it has to be like a different series.
I think they also can't say getting into the teens because it like dissuades new people from coming into the franchise, because that's like really daunting.
Yeah.
I think at that point, they just got to start calling it, like giving it a name and doing away with numbers, like what they did with Star Trek Beyond.
Star Trek entry point. Good new entry point.
Ryan, I thought you had like old TOS lights above your screen there. I was actually like it's just the it's just the light hitting, but they were even like changing up there.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I know.
That's my transporter beam right there.
Really nice. Really,
you can't see the pads down there.
That's
transporter
awesome.
pad. I actually have a transporter room shower curtain, so that's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
So it's hours of fun in the shower. You just sit there, but nothing ever happens. But I still go like, beam me, it's still fun. Whatever.
That's funny.
It's cool. All right, so before we go, there's also a lot of talk about the Gorn, everybody, but you can check those out on your own. A lot of people are asking questions about the Gorn, like, are they the same species as the original series? The obvious answer is yes, unless we're told otherwise. It could just be the same thing as like these Klingons are different than these Klingons, but they're all still Klingons. So those Gorn are the same as that Gorn, but apparently they get, slower as they age, and their tail shrinks and becomes, what's that word, that medical word, vestigial?
Vestigial?
Yeah. Asking Anne-Marie because she's a
Oh, but
doctor.
not within like one animal. That would have to be like within the species, like evolving over time. But yeah.
Okay.
And then just
Like
like
some
I feel
cats
like
are hairless.
a real quick mention for Babylon 5, like the big news that came out, which I have to watch like today or tomorrow. But there have been some really great tweets. Apparently, like they do a really beautiful like card, sort of like Star Trek did for Nichelle, to commemorate like everybody who is missing from the original one. But I just really liked this tweet because it reminded me so much of Facebook groups for Star Trek.
Man.
Oh my
So
God.
it's a tweet by J. Michael Straczynski, of course, who says there wasn't room in the story. Who's in what regarding Babylon 5 has always been driven by the story. It's not, quote, why isn't X character in this? It's why should X be in this? If you don't have a good answer, you don't do it. Same for Veer, Zach, and others. It's a story, not a class reunion. But that's true. Facebook group Star Trek, they are never happy.
No.
Like you could have a poster with like 15 characters on it, and everybody goes like, where's Hoshi? Or they go, where's Archer? Or they say, where's Porthos? And it's like,
where's that one person from like that one episode that was on the screen for 2 seconds? She forgot.
Where's the Zach Dorn?
Yeah. Oh my God, you read my mind. I was totally thinking of the Zach Dorn.
Again and again.
But that is the number one comment of anything that's an image of a compilation of people. Is the first thing they say is, where's so and so?
Yeah.
So Babylon 5 is getting theirs on that, I guess.
His Twitter, like he's very good at handling those questions. It's quite entertaining generally because he gets a lot of them.
I haven't watched it yet, but what the review is that it's like nostalgic and nice for people who did watch the show, and like it still makes sense if you didn't.
Oh, cool.
And then people are hoping it leads to more things.
And also this tweet,
this.
The beautiful coda to the Babylon 5 story. This frame broke me a little. This person says, to absent friends in memory still bright, Richard Biggs, Tim Choate, Jeff Conaway, Jerry Doyle, Mira Furlan, Stephen First, Andreas Katsoulis, and Michael O'Hare. Wow, that is sad. That is a long list.
Cast, like it, they all these people passed away so young. It's just shocking.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a rough one. I worked with Stephen First.
I love him so much.
Closely. I was a production manager. He was the director. We worked very closely on a sci-fi comedy. And he was just he was so full of life. He was so funny. He was sharp too. And he was just very he was sharp with people, like he would kind of Melissa, you remember, you were there on set. He was the director of Cosmos, and he was just sharp with people where he would recognize a certain thing about that person and kind of zing them for it, or identify them as that thing. He was just a very people-oriented person, it seemed. And Mira Furlan, I worked with her as well on set, and she just was very nice and very easy, very chill. Didn't work with her as closely as Stephen, but she seemed wonderful. It's really sad about all them.
The Lost fandom is very very we love her.
Danielle,
Right.
So good.
Anyway,
time for a rewatch.
I know.
I haven't watched any Babylon 5, so I'm kind of lost.
Oh my gosh, she's just like steals the show in Babylon.
Oh, yeah.
As far as I'm concerned. I mean,
I've
all
seen
do,
some
all
of it,
them do.
and now I'm going to watch that new movie. That's for sure.
Mhm.
And I'm going to watch the entire series because that Babylon 5 fandom just seems so genuine and so
Yeah.
cool. It's so supportive. I want to be a part of it.
Mhm.
Have you seen it, Jenny?
No, I haven't. And I've had people like, I know, I got to get on it.
Me too.
You haven't seen it either.
That's right. Anne Marie has. Melissa, you also have not, right? All right, we all got to catch up.
Okay.
When it became like available on they're like not HD, but like their updated one. It was like the first time it had been like all together. So I just like
Cool.
binged it, and there's so many good character moments, which is what really makes it
That's
so
awesome,
good for me. And their medical ethics episodes are just
Oh, cool.
Ooh, we
what
like
a
those.
cast.
Mhm.
It's just phenomenal.
All right. Now, speaking of cast, let's talk about this week very quickly. Anybody trying to figure out the connection there? There isn't one. So yesterday on the 7th Rule, we released our full review of Elementary Dear Data, the Next Generation second season episode. So check that out. That full episode is available right now on the 7th Rule YouTube channel. Now, tomorrow on the Falling Tower YouTube channel at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, check out the premiere of our review, watch the first episode of Batman, the 1966 version with actress Kelly Park joining myself and Dr. Muhammad Noor. Batman 1966, because
It's a 10 out of 10.
We'll see. It is superhero month. So of course we got to do that one. It's going to be a lot of fun. Now on Thursday, no new Star Trek. However, on Friday, right back on this channel, the virtual TrekCon YouTube channel, come on back at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern Time for our live show, Star Trek and Chill. It's kind of like this show, but chill. We grab a beverage, we chill, we talk about grilled cheese a lot because
It's delicious.
it's awesome. Mhm. Put a tomato slice in there, some Gouda.
Yeah.
Mhm. Mhm.
All right. I can always get sidetracked with grilled cheese talk. Now on Sunday on the 7th Rule YouTube channel at 9 a.m. Pacific, that's 12 p.m. Eastern Time, we've got our first segment review of Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 2, Episode 4. Episode 8, A Matter of Honor. That is the second Benzite episode. We've got a very special guest who is Michael Westmore Sr. He got an Emmy nomination for that episode, so he'll be joining us then. That is the 7th Rule YouTube channel, 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern Time. Check that out. That's our week ahead. That's about it. Jenny R. Johnson, where can people find you online and your phenomenal art and your great personality?
Nice thing to say. Thank you. You can find everything at jennyrjohnson.com. I am also on Twitter at Jenny R. Johnson, just that. And everywhere else, all of the platforms, I am Jenny R. Johnson Art. And I'm starting new paintings this week. And I'm starting a Riker painting, and y'all need to see it. And now I've just held myself accountable. So yeah.
All right. Let's call Jenny R. Johnson out here. Okay, all of the platforms, right? Okay, let's see. MySpace.com. Where's the
I think I
search
finally
bar?
erased my MySpace. That's hilarious.
I don't even know how to work this website.
Oh my god.
So different.
Does it still exist?
Oh my god.
Yeah. Kind of.
Now
I'm
I'm
not
like,
really
is
sure.
my Friendster account still active?
Oh my god.
So funny.
Melissa Longo, where can people find you on MySpace.com?
I think my profile is still up there. At Melissa Longo, Malissa on social media. And the introvertedrepublic.com under Walking Art Made by Melissa. I'm that website. Walking Art Made by Melissa on patreon.com. And there's a story going on. It's resuming this week. Because, you know, moving is a lot of work. But so yes, and these fun things, videos.
Mhm. What about you, Dr. Anne-Marie Siegel, MD? Wait, that's repetitive if I say doctor and MD, or is that okay?
I think you can, because they're different kinds of doctors. Twitter at Anne-Marie Siegel 1.
All right.
And
And everybody, you can find me on Twitter at Ryan TG Husk. That is at Ryan TG Husk, or especially virtual TrekCon, the Seventh Rule, or Falling Tower on your favorite social media platform, specifically YouTube. That's considered social media, but I know most people don't think of it that way. But it is when, you know, when it's measured, because you can comment, you can post, you can interact.
Yeah.
You know. All right, that's it, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us, Melissa H., Chuck A., Dave Gregory, Bob D., Glenn Iverson, Stephanie Berner, on B95, Chris Marshall, Mayanari Flynn, Tiffany Lowry. We see all of you. We thank you for joining us. May Borello, Lisa Mackey, who's a fellow Canadian for you, Jenny R. Johnson. She's in Montreal. All right. Thanks, everybody. Did I forget anything?
you're good.
All right.
Don't forget to
Well, I
watch the
wouldn't-
first of things. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I did. Everybody, please make sure you like this video. Please make sure to subscribe to this channel. If you are listening in, give us a 5-star rating and a review. We really appreciate that. And continue the conversation in the comment section below. When this video is over, just click refresh. The comment section will open up, and continue the conversation. Tell us your favorite grilled cheese sandwich. What do you want? Like sourdough, Munster, sliced tomato? Do you add jalapenos? I hope you're not one of those people that puts mayo in there. Barf.
On
But let us know.
Ew.
Some people do. It's so unnecessary. Jenny, do you?
No.
Okay. Okay.
No, I do not. But I put a lot of butter on the outside.
That sounds great.
Yeah. You got to butter that thing.
All right, everybody. So the way to do that is just click the refresh button and put the comments in the comment section below that shows up. Thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate you. And look, if you want to hear about Babylon 5 news or STLV news or Spock on Spock action, put it on the main viewer.
Wow.